Hi, friends. Welcome to another segment of On the Boat with Pat Roach. That's right. We have these nice little microphones with the wind little fuzzy on them. I'm hoping that they're working because it is windy and there's just a little bit of noise around. And I know that is a little irritating to listen to, but
it might be funneled out though with these microphones.
It might be
if they're
working.
doing their job.
So I'm hopeful.
They might not hear all this construction.
They may
sound
not
that
hear like
we're
there's obviously some construction and backup beepers and stuff going on.
Beep, beep.
But I'm gonna do some fishing anyway. So we're just trying to make things work, and that's the idea.
The season is ending, so we're
getting close. Yes.
Limited here.
Oh, there we go. So yes, so you get to be on the boat with Pat Roach. I'm out here with my wife Kelly and doing a little bit of fishing where hopefully I can catch a fish or two or three or four. But it's still nice.
Some questions,
Yeah, and also answer some questions.
Some burning questions from
There's always good questions from friends.
There is, yeah.
Right? And on that note, you can always leave your questions right in the comment section right on this, and that way it's easy. You can just say, I got a question, put it in. And again, we don't answer them all, but we answer a few. So that's what we try to do out here on the boat.
There is a question on one of your YouTube videos that says, from a production standpoint, where did the Randy cheeseburger bit come from? Was it actually written into the character, or was it just improv that stuck?
So, where did Randy liking cheeseburgers come from?
Yeah, like how did that
start? Well, and this is my belief, I'm pretty sure that Mike Clattenburg, one of his favorite foods is cheeseburgers. And I think he just thought it would be kind of cool that Randy, shirtless Randy, would love cheeseburgers. And of course then onion rings, and then corn dogs. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the genesis of Mike Clattenburg. I know that I did work at a number of fast food establishments here on the east coast of Canada when I was a youngster. I started off working at Burger King and then McDonald's. Then I switched from McDonald's over to a place called Greco Pizza.
I don't think you ever told me that you worked at Greco.
Oh, really? No. Well, I did after McDonald's.
No, you did. Because you had some experience when you had your own pizza shop.
That's right.
Okay.
I did start their own pizza, but Greco is
I think I realized it was Greco, though.
It's like a maritime franchise out here, out on the east coast of Canada. And I did some cooking of pizzas there, and I also did some deliveries. And it was pretty cool because the owner of the Greco let me use his car and his fuel, and I just got to be paid by the hour and make tips. So, but there was no GPS. I'm dating myself. In those days, it was all looking it up on the map and hoping that at nighttime the customers would have their light on so you could see the number on their home. But yeah, so after Greco, then I went on to work at Harvey's. And Harvey's hamburgers, of course, and cheeseburgers. That restaurant was owned by John Tremblay's father. His father's name was Paul. And well, JP, or John, yes, he worked there. He became a supervisor, actually, and then I was just a regular employee. And then after Harvey's, I went on to Sears. Good old Sears. I worked in the paint department, sold paint, and I'm colorblind, so I sold a lot of bone white. But yes, I do love cheeseburgers. My favorite type of burger is a smash burger. I like a thin burger more than a big, thick burger. I'm not a fan of like having to struggle to get your mouth around the whole burger and bun and all the wonderful condiments on it. Yeah, so I prefer two thinner patties that have a nice crispy, that nice smash burger crispness, and then it's a little tender and juicy in the middle. Yes, they're so good. But I like all food. I'm on a seafood diet. If I see it, I eat it. Get it? Seafood?
You and your wonderful dad
That's
jokes.
just a great old dad joke right there.
Uh,
Gotta like it. But that's a good question.
yeah, that was a how did the burger thing start turned into every job you've ever had.
Well, it's
spiral.
also, I know that Mike Clattenburg knew me through all those years working at all those wonderful fast food burger locations, and but I do know that he did like them. Oh yeah. You know what? It's cooler. The air's cooler. I think it's only about 14 degrees Celsius here. Look, a dragonfly on my leg. Oh, nice.
A little red
So
one.
it's still warm enough for the dragonflies. And when I put my I use bare feet because when I launch the boat, I have a pair of Crocs. And right now I have bare feet, and when I have them on the side of this fiberglass boat, my beautiful little bass boat, it is warm. It feels nice on the toes.
Yeah, our summer is way too quick in Canada. So it's time for us to go south, you know? We got to go to some warmer locations for fishing, for the purposes of fishing, you know?
It's true.
So if that entices you. Could do some like this or that questions. Do you like cats or dogs?
Oh, that's a good question. I like them both. But and in my life I've had cats and dogs, but I do think, I don't know, I think I'm more of a dog person, and the only reason is because, like, you know, you see a dog and you call the dog over, and they want to see you,
They
and
play.
they want to play and pet them and whatnot. Cats, they can have, well, they do have a mind of their own. You know,
They're a
you
bit
can,
sassier.
yeah, sometimes they will come over to you and rub against you and purr and whatnot. Other times they're just like, you know what? I have no interest in you at all. I'm a cat and I'm a boss. But what I do like about cats is that, you know, you can leave them sometimes, you know, you don't want to leave them too long, but if you leave them with some food and water in their litter box, you know, you don't necessarily have to be worried about getting home to let them go out to pee and whatnot. I never had a dog that was trained to use a toilet. I know some people have done such things, training their pets to use a human toilet. So that would be,
I had a friend in high school who had a cat who was potty trained.
that's incredible, right?
Yeah. It was weird to see the cat sit on the toilet.
Yeah.
And it actually smelled really bad when they would pee in the toilet. Because
Oh.
then they'd leave it, right? Because they're not flushing. They're just using the toilet and leaving.
See, now that would be
So you
cool
walk
if
in,
you
you're
could
like,
teach them
"Oh."
to flush,
That
because
would.
I mean,
it was cool enough to teach it to use the toilet, but
yeah, like really, you know, those animals are so smart. I bet you any money you could. But yeah, I like them both.
I'm allergic to cats. Sort of allergic to dogs. Not fully committed to saying that. But I did have like 8 cats at one time.
8.
Yeah,
Wow.
we had 10 over the course of a couple years, but 2 of them passed away. But yeah, we at one time had 8 in the home. So we had a problem. That's what that was.
Well, I know. I mean, a lot of the cast and crew of Trailer Park Boys, again, they have both cats and dogs. But and Rob Wells was the one who, well, really, I guess, got me into cats. And when we lived over in Prince Edward Island, when we were doing the pizza business and had our little bar, he had a cat over there. You'd roll up some tin foil into a ball and it would play fetch. Very
Aw.
cool, very cool cat.
Jamie's cat is cool.
Yes, your sister's cat
Simon.
Simon is.
Yeah.
He's just
The best
just
cat.
allows the kids to hug him and lift him up,
So
and
happy.
he just doesn't mind being sort of handled a bit roughly by the kids, and he's just sits back and soaks it all in.
Yeah, he's the cutest cat too. His face is so round.
Yeah.
He's like not a normal cat. I don't know what kind of cat he is, but because they're his third home, so they don't have they didn't get him from like a breeder or anything, but he's definitely some kind of special breed. Like he's not like your standard tabby or whatever.
Yeah, definitely a cool cat. Laid back.
He's got those big round eyes. Maybe we should go into that little nook where we had luck before.
Yeah, we could. I'm gonna do just one more. I see like a rock that's submerged just over here that I'm trying to kind of cast around a little. See if there's a bass that's not a bass, maybe or a pickerel or something that's just hiding.
It's a nice rod.
Yes, it is.
What about pizza or pasta?
I love pizza and pasta. I love them both. But, well, I'm telling you, one of my comfort foods is pizza. If I have a few beers and want something to eat because you get a little hungry afterwards, I love making up a homemade pizza. Or something else that I do is I make pita pizzas. Just use pita bread or something on hand. It's a little bit of a cheat, but it's quick. And what I do is I take all the cheese, the mozzarella cheese, and I grate it all up, and I just put it in a Ziploc bag in the freezer. And then that way, whenever you need it, it's there. It doesn't go bad and doesn't get moldy. And I also make my homemade pizza sauce, and I put it in individual little.
It's the best pizza sauce of all time.
Yeah, it's similar to what the pizza restaurant that we ran.
I'm not even a huge pizza person, but your pizza sauce.
Oh, thank you. But
especially when I've had a few drinks.
Yeah, yeah.
So all I want is your pizza. I need it. It's like I can't go to sleep until I've had it.
Well, and then you can just pop it out and make yourself a couple individual pizzas, like maybe one for that snack that night and have one for lunch the next day, just little ones, So So pasta, I mean, I do make my mother's recipe of spaghetti sauce, and I do make a big double batch of that, especially in the winter, because I find having that, you have some frozen in the freezer, and you can take it out and have a easy meal, and just make up. I like all those pastas, like the penne or the bow tie or just spaghetti. So I eat both, but I do think that I don't know, I might have a little bit of a pizza addiction, but it's you can only eat so much because it's got all the bread and all the cheese and all the meats with pepperoni and things like that have lots of fat in them and that, so you can't be eating it all the time or else you get big. That's the way it is. All right, I got to lift this up a bit. There we go. That should be good. We got a bit of rain. So
What's that?
we got a bit of rain so that the water levels are a bit higher.
Yeah.
All right, let's go for a cruise. Kelly wants to go on an adventure.
That's me.
But it looks like the water's above these rocks up here. So a bit higher. Going into the wind, so we're testing these microphones out right now.
Hopefully they're okay.
I hope they're okay, yeah. Trying to make some improvements so that my friends can enjoy these videos a bit more. And it's with technology, there's so many things. It's unbelievable. From the microphones to the cameras to everything. So still learning, trying to learn it all. But all you can do is try. That's the biggest thing. All right. It's only 3 feet of water here, Kelly.
Ooh. And we're getting closer to the construction zone.
Yes.
This is cool.
You can
'cause
hear
there's
it.
a little beaver dam here.
There is.
So if you're not from Canada, this might be exciting.
Yeah, sometimes when the beaver comes out and slaps the tail on the water, it can startle you. It's a
Yeah,
little
it's quite
bit,
loud.
it scares you.
Yeah.
It's loud. And it amazes me when you see the trees that they chew through and chop down with their big teeth. They are professional. That's what they do.
That's their thing.
Okay, yeah, the water's now 4 feet, so boy, that's quite a bit of a difference in water height. It's pretty up in here, though.
It's what?
It's pretty.
Yeah. It's nice with all the colors.
Oh.
What about your thoughts on aliens? Do you think they exist?
I do think that aliens exist. Yes, that's my thought on aliens. And it just seems like there's just been so many stories that you see in the media and whatnot, and I just don't see how they can all be false. And the universe is just so big, it's so vast that you can't imagine there not being life somewhere out there, you know, other than us. So hopefully, I just hope that the aliens are nice, that's all, you know. You don't want to meet a mean alien.
Yeah.
Now, like in the
gotta
movie,
be out there.
in the movie Alien with the Sigourney Weaver, those aliens scare me. The way that they use the human as a host, and all of a sudden the little alien comes out of your belly, and well, basically, I think it kills you. Is what happens. I don't like that. That's kind of scary.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, that's a classic old one. The original, yeah. The humans go to a planet, and then they're exploring, and all of a sudden they come across these little pods. Oh, there's a big dog over there, and
A dog?
yeah, and a guy walking the dog. Very nice. So
Aw,
yeah,
that's a nice looking dog.
beautiful. Anyway, yeah. So then they find it, and that's exactly what happens. It this little alien jumps right on their face and goes right on their mouth, and then puts the embryo right down the esophagus.
Ew.
Oh yeah, and then it explodes out your stomach, and then it turns into this vicious alien that has blood, acid for blood.
Ew.
Yeah, so that if they shot it with some type of a weapon or something, and it gets on you, it burns a hole right through you, right through the metal, and yeah. And it's an alien, it can breathe in outer space, doesn't need oxygen. Yes, and humans are just basically it's breeding ground for more little monster aliens. Yeah, very scary.
That does sound scary.
You like scary movies, so we
I
could
do.
watch those. Those are classics.
Yeah, I would watch
They
that.
did a really good job on them.
Yeah, we don't really watch scary movies that often. We're more series people, but I used to watch scary movies all the time when I was young. Somebody. Oh! Oh my gosh! Get the net! Get the net!
Get the net. Get the net.
Yeah! Holy moly!
Here. This is good. Oh no.
Oh my
There you go. You did it.
Did it!
Oh my, you gotta.
Never caught a pickerel!
This is it.
Oh my gosh!
That is a nice one too. All right, let me see. Pass me those grippers.
Okay.
Pickerels have very, very sharp teeth.
Oh my
and,
gosh, I'm so excited!
Yeah, that's great. See, you can be on the boat with Pat Roach and then watch Kelly catch the fish. So,
Oh my gosh.
here, we're gonna.
I feel like that happens a lot. We're on
What's
the boat
that?
and I catch it.
Oh, I
Oh
don't.
no, he's bleeding.
What's that? Well, they're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. If you touch these,
Fish blood just went flying at me.
I've had one of these guys poop on me.
Well, he just flopped his blood all over me and hit me
No.
on the chin.
Trying to see him. There we go. All right.
It's huge!
Yeah, there we go. All right, so now. Oh, sorry, buddy. That was not a good gripper.
God.
Yeah. Here we go, off camera. Off camera right now. There we go. Oh. You can hear me grunting.
Wow.
There we go.
Holy
All right. Now, where is the hook? Oh, it came out.
ground, yeah.
There you go. Wow.
Oh my god.
Let's see, Kelly. Let's have a look. He's still full of... We'll take a look and see how long. Okay. That is... Looks to be like 18 inches. 18. Right? Right?
Nice.
There you go. I'll give you a thumbs up.
Yeah, you will.
Thumbs up for Kelly. Yay! That's a pickerel. Your first one. That's a good size one, too.
Here, take a picture.
There you go. Yeah. Whee. Excellent. And you caught it on a little Senko, right?
Yeah, the one with the pink tip. And the first time I almost caught a pickerel, but then it got off, it was on a pink worm as well.
Swimming away nicely.
Oh, I hope so.
That's good.
Oh my
And your
gosh.
hook came right out, so there you go, using that Senko. What kind of tips on there? Pink, you love it? You love pink.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow. I had a feeling this was going to be my spot.
Yeah, see, you asked to come here,
I did.
and look what happened.
I got a pickerel.
You,
The first time.
you did it. Well done.
Thank you.
You're, all right. Well, I think I need to change to something with a tip.
Probably something pink.
Or, well, something. I just need to put a different one, but you never know.
Yeah. Wow. My first ever pickerel. I actually just feel so excited and excited to catch more different fish.
Well, the thing is, too, is you're smart because you said get the net, and that's, you want to keep a little line out and don't bring it right in to give it some space and get it in the net. But I have to put the other net in the boat because if you keep catching big fish like that. Well done.
I'll do my best to keep catching big ones.
Well done.
That was so exciting. Oh, twisted up. Wow. This is crazy.
Yeah.
You really like twisted all the line around the worm. And
Oh,
around.
yeah, well.
Intense. Someone asked if it was a prosthetic stomach.
That was a joke that Mike Lattenberg started. That my
Really?
stomach, yeah, that was a strap on. And it is not. It's a real belly that I had to push out as far as I possibly could. I mean, way back 25 years ago when we first started, I didn't really have much of a belly. I thought I did, you know, comparing it to JP or John Tremblay, who had no belly. He was all muscle. Anyway, over the years I did eat more, and as you get older you do gain a bit of weight. So yeah, that's all part of it.
Myself all entangled.
So it's not a strap-on prosthetic belly. It's a real one that has been looked after over the years very well, I must say.
Oh, you just have a big old Navy bag filled with Senkos.
Yeah, it's true.
You're a pretty lucky guy
I know.
to have such nice friends at GSM Outdoors.
It's true. It's nice to have good friends. Can you pass me my little rigger,
Yes.
please? Thank you.
What's the color combo on that one?
Well, I see the tip. I think it's
It's a green pumpkin with red speckles and a chartreuse tip.
There you go.
I don't think you've actually had this particular one before.
There we go. There's your rigger.
Oh,
Thank
thanks.
you. All right, let's try to see. Sometimes that chartreuse. One gentleman I was talking to said that they like to attack the chartreuse
Oh, yeah, it makes them
explosively.
angry.
So I don't know. I didn't mean to. Don't want to make them angry, but if it catches a fish, why not? There we go, wacky rig style. Try it out.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
You know, I
We can do
have a
top three,
lot.
yeah.
I have a lot of favorite movies, but I mean, I love science fiction and fantasy, and I would just have to say Star Wars because I just can't get enough of those wonderful characters. And I mean, I think I was only around 8 years old or something when Star Wars came out, and I remember my father took me to the theater, and my father doesn't like fantasy. And I don't think he was too happy to have to bring me to that. But it was parental guidance or something, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I don't believe it was general PG. Anyway, at 8 years old, you can't just go to a movie like that. But it was over at the Casino Theater in Halifax, which had a balcony and everything in those days. Just one screen in this theater. But yeah, I love that whole Star Wars story, and then the back then it was the trilogy, and then all the other ones came out later, and of course now there's series on the Disney. There, the Mandalorian and Boba Fett. I love all that stuff. So yeah, I'd have to say Star Wars, but I like other movies. I like Back to the Future as well. I thought Back to the Future was very well done. Michael J. Fox. And some movies like Stand By Me, Shawshank Redemption. When I was younger, I enjoyed Risky Business with Tom Cruise, the old how he had to put his dad's Porsche into the lake. He wasn't supposed to be driving the Porsche. I always thought that was pretty cool how he ended up coming out on top in that one. I like the John Hughes movies were big when I was younger. All the Breakfast Clubs and 16 Candles. A brilliant man, good director. Tommy Boy with Chris Farley. Oh, so funny. But I'd say the one that I go back to, and still can watch is the old Star Wars original.
Plus all the spin-offs.
Yeah.
You like all the spin-offs.
That's right. I mean, you know what's going to happen. They have to go and turn off a deflector shield and try to outsmart the Empire. Good versus evil. And very cool special effects. I was also a fan of Star Trek too. It started off with the TV show, but then the movies came out. But Star Trek was another. Enjoy Star Trek. Showing how humans are trying to not interfere with other alien existences and to mess them up and that. So, and how everyone would work together as a team. I thought that had a good message.
If you had to move out of Canada, where would you move to?
Oh, that's a tough one. Move out of Canada. Well, Canada does get cold in the winter. I think I'd probably move somewhere where I could probably fish all the time.
Warm. Somewhere warm.
But, I've always lived in Canada, but I mean having a place in Hawaii would be nice. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, Hawaii.
You know, I kind of feel like it. I mean, it's an island, so I'd be a little bit. You can't just drive off of it. You gotta fly somewhere or take a boat. So, like if you lived on just a main continent, at least you have the ability to drive away if you needed to. I mean, places that I've visited on vacation, like I always enjoy going to Mexico. But again, you're only there for a short time, so I don't know what it would be like to live there. I have a friend that did move down to the Maya Riviera area, and he loves it down there. So then, going over to Europe, oh man, like getting to visit Italy, the food and just being able to walk to these nice cafes, and it's so nice, So
So nice.
yeah, beautiful. I guess the thing is too is it's nice to know some people and have some friends. I mean, I've got you, Kelly, so like technically we could.
You've always got your best friend with you.
Exactly, and I mean, so I'm always a little bit envious of people that I know who they have the adventuresome spirit where they'll go away alone and they can find enjoyment wherever they're going. I know that Jacob, he plays Jacob on Trailer Park Boys. Like he's been to India and he travels and he's got that adventure spirit and enjoys life wherever he goes. So I wish I had a little bit more confidence. Kelly, you're giving me a little bit more.
Yeah, I've traveled alone. I like traveling with you, though. Like, I have gone places by myself, but now with you, like, I'd rather have you there just so that, we can enjoy the stuff together. And then when you, like, reflecting, you can go, oh, remember when this happened? And
that's
remember
right.
when we did that?
Well, even your father has that adventure. He loves.
Yeah, definitely runs in the family.
Boy, I'm telling you, he gets out and explores and yeah.
One of my favorite things that happened when we were in Italy was when we were having dinner at that place and they It was quiet, but it had been around since like the 1800s or something. And the waiter was so nice. And remember, he made like a cheese tray for me because I didn't eat all the meat, so he gave me just cheese, and then he gave you like that whole meat board.
Yeah. But didn't he have a brother in Canada or something
Yeah,
like that?
so then we were talking about Canada, and we were like, well, you know, this is Pat Roach, and he's on a TV show from Canada. Your brother might know it. And then he goes inside and he looks it up, and he comes back outside just like howling, laughing. But the translation from English to Italian that's happened is instead of cheeseburgers, you eat paninis. And he came out and he goes, oh, yes, of course. Randy, how many paninis can Randy eat? And I just thought it was the funniest thing. And it was also a really good meal as well. So it's fun to just like drink and sit at the side of the road, cobblestone streets, and, you know, have pasta and so much cheese. Gave us like just a whole wooden block covered in cheese, and then yours was just like just a pile of different meats.
You gave me some of your cheese.
Yeah, definitely, because I also had cheese pasta coming. Such a great time. So yeah, we should just go to all the countries that Trailer Park Boys has been translated to and find out if that translation happens elsewhere.
Well, it's in a lot of countries. I think it's like 180 countries or something like that. That's a lot.
I don't know if you're seeing this, but this blue jay is like going over to these trees, getting something, and bringing them back. And he's like, since we've been here, he's done it like 10 times.
Yeah, I saw him just fly over. He's not making a lot of noise. The blue jays can be a little bit noisy.
I wonder what he's doing though.
Well, I'm glad that you caught that fish.
Yeah.
At least we got one in here. I had one bite, but it was out in the other part.
I like this. Do you believe in ghosts?
I'd say yes. It's, you know, when we filmed Trailer Park Boys, I believe it was season 5, and the movie The Big Dirty, we had our own set that was around this old condemned hospital, and it was a mental hospital. We weren't allowed to go inside the building, but like that's where the electrical went. So like the crew that worked in electrics could go in there and run all the extension cables and whatnot. But we did go in there. We didn't tell anybody. We didn't tell the producers or anything. We broke the rules.
Who's we?
Well, it would be me and JP and Rob, and you know, like just we would just go in, and it was all, there wouldn't be power in some parts, and or in some there was, and lights were flickering, and it was just all full of garbage and debris and whatnot. There's like in some places old X-rays of some of the patients, and I felt like that place was haunted. Yeah. So, and someone had a camera and was taking some pictures, and when they got them, I think it was developed back in those days, because I don't think we just had, it might have been just like a digital camera, you know, when they came out. Anyway, there were some really weird things that showed up in those pictures, like bright lights or something like that. So I'd almost say that there is such a thing, you know.
I like it. I
Yeah,
also believe in ghosts.
I'm not a fan of the scary ghosts, that's for sure.
No.
All right, well, that's pretty good. I think what we need to do is move on. So I think what we're going to do is wrap up this little session here of On the Boat with Pat Roach, where I did not catch a fish, but I still had fun.
I did.
Kelly caught a fish, nice one.
Big one.
And it's still fun just to get out. And I just want to thank you for watching and for being a friend. And I hope that you have a great day. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!